Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it.
Awesome morning to you all. I celebrate you. We're getting better and better every day. You know, the more we do it, the more things we learn to put into it. I celebrate you. You're welcome. A wonderful day to you all. That you are on the ground and not under the ground, we give all the glory to God. My name is Olushola Popola, a chartered accountant, investment advisor, and a life coach. And I want to welcome you into this. If this is your very first time of being on our call, I want to tell you we really appreciate it. And it's a period where we've been on it for some couple of days. So if you've not been opportune, why don't you go now and look at the videos of the previous days. The channel is at Success and Harmony 247. On the channel, you will see the previous days. We started, the theme of the program is Financial Intelligence for Smart Parents, building a secure financial future for their children. So we started with the mindset of a financially intelligent parent. We talked about goal setting, and we talked about how to set those goals and actually achieve those goals. And we also talked about the money, the concept of money, how and the myths behind money, you know, the beliefs that a lot of persons have concerning money. You see, all those things, they are very important. We need you to go look at those videos, and probably you'll be watching. Just take the time. It's just 30 minutes. 30 minutes investment of your time in a day. It's not too much for yourself. Do yourself that good. So once again, I say you are welcome. Let's go into today's one, while we do a little recap of the previous day. And some of the things that we highlighted in the last episode, we talked about one, teach the importance of money. Teach your children the importance of money. We also said teach them the difference between assets and liabilities. And that's, if you also know it, you are able to distinguish assets and liability yourself. It's very important. And then we said, let them know the difference, let them know that there are different ways of earning. There are different ways of earning, not just one way. So understanding the principle and the concept of multiple streams of income, that's something that you need to teach the children early enough. And another thing, I think the other thing we talked about was developing a kind of productive habit. What are the productive habits that you are building into the children? It's not just about game. It's not about, you can buy them PS4, PS5, but you are not teaching them, you are not giving them books that will teach them about finances. Man, you are failing in that area if you are not teaching, giving them books that talks about finance, because they will not teach them this thing in school. Nobody teaches you money making 101 in school, you understand? Even to the university level. It's just in these days that some schools have started building in entrepreneurship into their curriculum and things which may not be enough. So these are some of the things that they need to teach. And then the other thing we discussed about is you must make your children know that no one owes them anything. They are responsible for themselves. No one owes them. That this I deserve it mentality, it is my own right mentality. Let them know that anything they want, let them work for it. The world will pay them for the value that they bring. And if they develop themselves as people of value, they are going to get it. Then I think the last one that we delve into was that you must teach them to have social and influencing skills. Life is about leadership. Like I always say, leadership is the highest paying profession in the world. When you teach them social and influencing skill, they'll be able to influence others rather than others influencing them. It's very, very key. I think that's on that note where we're going to start from today. You see, the principle of the social skill, the skill set, the social skill, and the influencing skill. Some of us, while working in our, growing up, whilst we are working, you can be very, very intelligent, but you are not social. But we found out that there are some people, they are not too intelligent in your office, but they know their ways to the top. But you, that you are so intelligent, you remain on your decks and you are doing your guy saying, well done, well done. They tell you, well done, but nothing is done in anywhere. But you see, that fellow that has some social skills is able to worm his way into the hearts of the leaders and is able to gain promotions. We're not talking about bootlicking here. You are talking of being relevant. Do you understand? Being relevant. The influencing skill set, it's what brings out the leadership in that child. Leadership is the highest paying profession. Anywhere in the world, leadership. Among the touts, the leaders earn more. In religious organizations, the leaders. In the nation, the leaders. Anywhere amongst youth, wherever in school, anywhere, leadership pays more. So it is good that as a parent, you begin to prepare your children for leadership. There are books that talks about influence, how to influence people. You can get those kind of books and let them to begin to read it early. How to influence people. If they don't know how to influence people, people will influence them. If they don't know how to influence people, people will influence them. So you have to train your children on that aspect. So quickly, the other things that we have to know how to teach our children as far as financial intelligence is concerned is teach them what we call delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. Today, a lot of children are getting into trouble because they don't understand delayed gratification. They want it now, 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 now. And that is why you see all these cyber crime, what we know as Yahoo, and things like that. You see them becoming more prevalent because children don't want to understand. They just want it now. And because of what the society teaches us, oh, you will receive it now and say amen. And then they just go. And if God is not bringing it now, they go to look for any other way to get it now. So teach them delayed gratification. That when they start a business, it may not just start boom like that. It takes time for the business to grow. They might go into a venture. That's why you need to help them to understand the definition of success. So that I'm going to use the opportunity to define success. We said we are going to be explaining what success is every time we come here. We said success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So when you are able to teach that child the definition and the understanding, that's why you need to understand it also. When the child understands the meaning of success, he'll be able to understand what delayed gratification is. That you are not making the money now, but provided you are working at a particular course, you are targeting something, working towards something, you will surely get paid on it. So teach the principle of delayed gratification. Then there's something you should learn to teach your children, and you too, you must know it, that there's so much money. There's so much money out there to be made. Enough money out there. Money, even though when we talk about some of the principles of money, we say money is a scarce commodity and things. but let people know that there is so much money out there that people are ready to pay if you give them the value. You see, the rich man will teach his children the mentality of abundance. The poor man teaches his children the mentality of lack. Money is not easy to be made of. Money is not, where do you see the money and things? And because they've had it enough time, they've had it more than enough time, you see them, when they grow up, they are thinking that way also, that the money is not there. So whatsoever we can do to make the money, let's just go do. But you see, when the rich man is saying, he said, son, whatsoever you need, the money is there. Some you will think he's spoiling that child. No, he's teaching that child the abundance mentality. But because they've taught, if you listen to the previous episode where we taught, part of the things we taught of was how to manage money, that teach children how to manage money and things. So if you have been able to teach them that, when you are telling them, oh, there's enough money, they have the sense of abundance. Never you make them know think that money is scarce. Whatsoever you believe, that's what forms your habit, your character. And before you know it, that's the mentality that you run. But once they know, teach, God, there's money out there. You just know how to get it. Think. Read the book, think and grow rich. Think and grow rich. The major problem of people in the world today is that people don't think. A lot of us don't think. We are stereotyped. And that's why it's difficult for a lot of people to leave the 9 to 5 job. Because, there's the business world is is filled with so much uncertainty, and nobody wants to go through that stress. You see some money today, the next day there's no money. Oh, I want to be in my comfort zone. At least I know they are paying me 1 million. Let me just collect that. It's good, but remember, multiple streams of income. That income is good as long as you are going to use it to build other streams of income. Are you getting me? There's no source of income that is not good. Please, you must get that right. That's what you call active income. But when you get that, you are teaching them that they have to use it to diversify and have other means of cash flow. They must have other means of cash flow. So teach them. That's where the principle of cash flow comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, when people don't understand that there's money out there, they are not going to think outside the box. So, as a parent, what you need to start doing to teach the principle of abundance, and that you can get that abundance by giving out value. Look at Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is making so much money today. Why? He created value. And people are ready to pay for it. People will sit down on it for 24 hours. Microsoft, Bill Gates created value. Oh, those ones may be far. What of Dangote here in the country? Dangote, he gives value. Gives people what once you can give people value. Sugar, salt, different things. How about the successful ones like Adeluga? Oh, everybody, your phone has become your external body organ. Every time you must carry, and then you unlock that data. You are spending some data right now. So they give value. They become very rich. So the more value you can give, and remember, for those of you, if you've not watched the one of the previous day, go watch it. We said part of money, when you want to make money and make more money than you are making right now, you need to know what is the value. How valuable is the thing that I am doing? Is it valuable? What is it needed? The need for what you are doing. The service you are providing, is it needed? How many persons need it? The things that you are selling, is it needed? Are they needed? How many people are ready to buy? So what is the need case, the use case for your product or your service? That will determine how much money you're going to earn. Then the second thing is How good are you in that thing, in that service, in that field, in that business? How good are you? You can be very good. You should be very good at what. Say what he said. Whatsoever your hands finds to do, do it well. Do it. So, how good are you? And the third thing is, how easy is it to replace you in that thing that you are doing? You see, like I was illustrating in the training, that it's if you employ a janitor in an organization, you have a janitor and you have a medical doctor. If you want to downsize, who will you downsize first? You can easily downsize with the janitor, because his skill can be easily replaced. You can see somebody, they tell you that we are replacing our gate man, we are replacing our cook, we are replacing this. They can replace people anyhow, but that man that is skilled, the medical doctor, you can't just replace them. You know, you understand, in our country, when they are doing when all these strikes are going on, when medical doctors go on strike, somebody say, I'm going to sack all the doctors and things, they just sit down in their house and be laughing, because they know their skills are scarce. So those three things that makes you to become more valuable is, what do I do? What is the service? What is the value of the service that I'm rendering? And how good am I, and how fast is it for me to be replaced? These are the things that you need to teach the children at an early stage. Let them get this principle early in life, and then they begin to look at what areas can they put their hands into, what can they do that will make them value. Teach them that success habit early. Now, the other thing that you need to make them know is, teach them the best way to make money is by helping people. Wow. Now, you get to understand this. I've come to understand. It said, service to many. I used to be a JC, Gino Chambers. It says, service to many is the best works of life. Best work of life. Now, the more people you can service, the more people you can help, the more money you will make. If you can help a lot of people get what they want, that's is it Kennedy that said that? That if you can help enough people get what they want in life, you will get all that you want in life. Ladies and gentlemen, I read that book. I read a book called Success Through Positive Mental Attitude. I read it quite a long time ago, just immediately after my secondary school, while we were waiting for admission. That was the first motivational book that I will ever read. Success Through Positive Mental Attitude. And that's why I think there are some things that you read that keeps you going. It gives me that mental, even though in the midst of failures, I've done a lot of businesses that I've not been successful at, but as long as I keep on going, I keep on telling myself, oh, Shola, there's still another thing. There's still another thing to do. You can still do it. There's still another opportunity. There's still another opportunity. I refuse to have that negative mental attitude that, no, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this. If I fail, there was a time I had to even go tell God, I prayed, a particular business that I wanted to do. I prayed and prayed and prayed, and then started the business. I was looking at that business is going to be my retirement plan. And the business became very successful business. But something happened someday along the line. Government, it wasn't policy, competition, and then, the backstabbing and things. The business went down. I was so hurt, and I went to pray. I was saying, God, why? I prayed, even in the office, I organized prayers, and, the consolation thing that God ministered to me was this. I said, the righteous shall fall 7 times, and 7 times he will rise again. He said, Shola, if you fall, provided you have the ability to stand, I am involved. Oh, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. The righteous will fall. It's not the sinner. Then why was the righteous even fall in the first place? But that is what it is. It is what it is. And, there's one place that I use very well for business. We call it Ecclesiastes 11. I use that for my business and investment very If you read the message, the NLT translation, when it said, invest in 7, in fact in 8, for you never know which one will help you in the day of trouble. I began to look and say, invest in 7 and in 8, for you never know which one. That means even from the holy books, it has said that even out of the multitude of businesses that you do, it's just one. There's one business that we just hit. I began to look, oh, so at times when we think every business, oh, anything I lay my hands on should be blessed and things, look, go and read very well, go and understand very well. There are levels of preparation that God makes you to go through to become the best of you. So you have to train your children on that path. Let them know that a failure in a particular business does not mean a failure in life. Many persons that will have been successful in business today because they had failure in the first, in the second, in the third. After that, they stopped doing, not knowing that maybe the fourth, maybe the fifth, maybe even the sixth. Invest in 7, even in 8. Go and read it. Exercise 11. So you have to know that it's not every business that you do that will be successful. There are some that you will need to learn something from. Some are very lucky. The very first business they do, they succeed. The very first. Some, the second. Look at Adenuga. The first attempt to get the license of Globacom. They never gave it to him. He lost money. You can imagine how much was lost. If he had given up, everything was against him then. When the government is against you, who else? But he kept on. Today is a success story. Do you think Dangote refinery was just like that? There were oppositions among the land grabbers, a lot of things from the beginning. There were a lot. I'm very much aware of him sending about, is it 75 or about 100 students, people to India to go and study the petroleum refinery thing there. But because the refinery did not start on time, all the 75 of them went. Is that not a loss? So teach your children, teach them that it's not the first business they do that they may succeed. If they are blessed, they do it the first time, boom, they make it. But if not, keep on moving. Keep on moving. If that attitude does not start when they are old, it starts by what you begin to teach them now. Then the last thing I want to talk about is let them know that they don't know it all. They don't know it all. They need to seek for knowledge. In the business world, there's what we call the mastermind group. The mastermind group. And this thing works very well with the rich, consciously or unconsciously. You see the children of the rich, you see them, they hang out together, they talk apart from the fun and things. They hang out, they talk business together, they do a lot of things together and things like that. But you hear the children, the poor man will tell his children, see, keep quiet, just go. You are just on your own. Nobody likes you in this world, though. Nobody. You are just on your own. Just focus. Don't tell people what you are. You know, we have a lot of things. Even be as it may, be as it is that they might be right because of the environment they grew in. But you want to look at a rich man will tell the friend, this is what I want to do. He's able to even come on air to tell that this is what I'm going to do, and nothing stops it. But the poor man is just doing one small thing and he wants to keep quiet. Now he's keeping quiet. Now the growth of that business is limited to his own knowledge. It's limited to, and that's why he will start the business and in a short while the business collapses because everything is limited to his own knowledge. But that man that has what we call a mastermind, that's why as your children are growing, that part I told you, let them be people of influence. Let them understand how to influence people. That's a very key strategy. So because they can influence, they can create what we call a mastermind group. A mastermind group is a group of five persons. 5 persons. You see, when a man has an idea, if he brings it to 5%, though it becomes more than the idea that he has. If your child is going to be a successful business person, teach them the importance of mastermind group. When they go to visit their cousins, they go to visit their friends, guide them. What are the things that you are discussing? What are the areas what are you talking about? Why don't you share these ideas with your friend? Why don't, before they get to that adult age where they are doing some strategic things? Mastermind group. If you look at Zuckerberg, when he come to talk about Facebook, he had the idea, but in school in Harvard, he had a group of persons they did it together with. Whether they are together today or not is not the question. But that your small idea can be put together and become greater. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to me, I want you to look out for a mastermind group. Get people that are forward looking, not people that will drag you back. Who are the people in your contact list? And you can just send a simple message and putting together a group of smart and intelligent persons that we are going to be working and doing some things together. If you are interested, please can you get across to me? At times you can just say, Chooks, I consider you a smart and an intelligent friend. I've always admired your skill. I'm putting together a group of intelligent people that we're going to be doing some things together. I wouldn't mind if you be in my team. If you send that to, a couple of persons, if somebody sends that to you, there's a likely tendency that you will say yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are part of the things that you need to teach the children early. How to form and become to have a mastermind group. Now, to wrap this up today, I want to make some little recommendations to you. There's a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's in the marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please get that book for your children. I think there's a kids edition also, but it's good that you have it. Read it and also give to your children. I tell you, I read that book long time and it's really impacted me. Some of the things I'm doing today are because of the things that I got from that book. The other one is the other book is Cash Flow Quadrant. Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. So when you get that, you can also get this thing we call the cash flow game. The cash flow game. The cash flow game is something that is very, 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 very interesting. You might not, I don't know, maybe if you check bookstores like Lantana in Lagos, I'm not too sure. But one place that I know you will get it is Amazon. You can buy things on Amazon easily and it will be delivered to you in Nigeria. So you can get that cash flow game. Cash flow game helps to train. It tells you what assets are, what liabilities are, and things like that. What you should acquire. In the game of Monopoly, that game is almost just like Monopoly game. So it teaches, you can play that with your children. It helps them to begin to know the power of assets. So if you can get it, I want to challenge you. Maybe this is a school year and things. I want to challenge you. Can you get that before they come on holidays, before the next holidays, so that this will be one game? I know some of us as parents, we are very busy, but I want to implore you, get something that it will even help you to, bond with them. It will help you to bond with them very well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think on this part, we're still going to have more sessions on the children, but just like our curriculum has, we just have this now. We're still going to be having more in the course of our 90 days training. So, if you get value in this training, why don't you just type value? Just type value. Type value. I want you to type value. And what I also want you to do, you've been listening, you gain value, why don't you just click on that subscribe button? Click on the subscribe button so that you can get subsequent notification about the training. And also, I want you to share it. Let's share it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a goal. that before the within this next 90 days, we want our subscribed members to be at least 8,000 members. So help us in that. Just help us to do that. Send it to your friends. Tell them to subscribe. If every one of us watching this, send it to 10 friends. Just 10 friends, you get it done. And for mastermind, for those of you that will be joining us, the target we have is to make every one of us what to call financial coaches. So we have what we call the Financial Coaches Network. In the Financial Coaches Network, we train ourselves in Rich Vision. We train ourselves to acquire, we build cash assets for ourselves, and we build cash assets for our children. And in the process, we also do help our children to have cash flow. We help our children to have cash flow because there are some of our members now, their children, they are just maybe 8, 10, 12. Their children are already earning some money from the programs that we have. If you can help your children to have cash flow, I tell you, no, it's not about education. You know where our far education makes you to be able to mix and mingle and date. But you see, the very important thing for you to give to your children is not education, but creating a system of cash flow for them early in life. Create a system of cash flow. Your target, one of your goals should be that before my child gets to, in the next 5 years, my child should be earning this so amount. So is it not too early? There's nothing that is too early. There's nothing. So we'll be doing that. There are trainings that we're going to be having where we're going to be showing you how to build those cash assets for your children. Cash asset is very good. Like we explained, you must know the difference between assets and liabilities. A lot of people are building liabilities, they call it assets. So we teach them, and cash asset is one of the best that you can do. We also be teaching investments that you can do for your children in gold, in silver. We're going to be explaining a lot of this thing. You don't want to miss any of this episode. It's a 90 days thing. And if you don't meet up with the life, you can always go back to watch it again so that you have better understanding of the process. I want to say a big thank you to everyone. I can see you all on the call. The time is up. I can see you. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. And I'm waiting to see you in our mastermind group, the Financial Coaches Network group. But that will be coming later. I wish you a wonderful and blessed day. Stay strong, stay blessed, and have a nice day.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is close and don't you fear. the storm and through the rain. Every loss is not in vain. Fighting lightning never hides.